Hello, my name is Kirill, I'm a sales consultant with Smail Ford. Today we're going to do a ride along in the brand new Ford EcoSport. This is a brand new vehicle that Ford has released for 2018 in the US markets. I'm really excited to show you guys this car, so let's go ahead and take a ride. So before we set off, we'll do a quick lap around the vehicle, show you some of the exterior features that kind of sets it apart. First thing you'll notice is the projector headlights with the LED daytime running lights and the fog lamps at the bottom. You also have the nice dark colored grille to go with the SES trim of the EcoSport, along with machine colored wheels, very reminiscent of the ST rims on the Fiesta. And as we come around, one big thing is the trunk. So you'll notice the tail lights are pretty similar, but in this one there's actually a little hole. So you actually open the trunk through the tail light, it opens sideways, and you have a nice big trunk in here to store all of your belongings. You also have this nice tray right here, which can be adjusted to different heights, give you different customizable storage options in there. A little cargo cover in here to protect all your valuables, hide all your Christmas presents, and folding seats. Take a look at the back seat real quick. You notice all the really nice copper trim that comes standard with the SES model of the EcoSport. Trimmed in leather on the outside and cloth on the inside, along with the nice orange stitching on there. Take a look at the front. You have the smart access door handles where you don't need to use your key, you just pull it. It senses the key in your pocket and unlocks automatically. And just like in the back, you have very nice copper trim in the front, a very large responsive screen for you, and just very elegant, nice interior. Well, it's kind of chilly out here, so let's get inside and take this thing on the road. So here we are in the new Ford EcoSport in the SES trim. I'll go ahead and take this on the road. So the EcoSport has been around for a little while, but this is the first year that it's coming to the American markets. They did a little refresh on it. They changed the way the front end looks and made the grille sit up higher, changed the lights, give it a little more contemporary kind of look. And it actually sits on the Fiesta chassis also. So it's, not wrong to kind of think of this as a Fiesta all-wheel drive SUV. The EcoSport comes standard with a 1-liter EcoBoost engine and front-wheel drive. However, the model that we are in is the SES trim. It comes standard with the 2-liter 4-cylinder naturally aspirated engine and standard with all-wheel drive also. In addition to that, the SES gets the copper trim, as I had mentioned earlier. You get some different wheel options for it also. So Ford has also put this really nice 8-inch touchscreen in here. It's probably the clearest, most crisp, most responsive touchscreen I have seen in a Ford vehicle thus far. Whenever you use it, you feel like you're using your iPhone. Everything reacts instantly, and it's very smooth, very responsive. Hit nav pops up almost instantly. Hit audio comes up, phone, everything's super quick, super responsive on here. Voice activated navigation. Not only that, but this one also has the Sync Connect, where you can basically control your vehicle through your phone. You can remote start the engine, you can control the locks for it, set your climate control from your phone. You can even see where the vehicle is located, how much gas you have, how much gas you would need, all the service things, when your oil change is due. Basically, every piece of information you can access in the vehicle, you can access through an app on your phone, which is really cool, especially nowadays when, we can't live without our phones. It just kind of bridges that gap. So the SES model also comes with a Sport Tune suspension. Gives it a little more responsive feeling ride, makes the handling a little more stiff. With this, you get the Ford Intelligent 4-wheel drive system. You don't have to activate it, you don't have to lock anything, no differentials, so it's all automatic, constantly working. Be very good in the snow. Just gives you a lot of confidence and peace of mind when you're driving around, knowing that your vehicle can handle whatever is thrown at it, that you're not going to get stuck in the snow or going up a hill or something like that. And the handling of it's very comfortable. The ride itself is great. It absorbs all the bumps, all the little vibrations are kind of drowned out through the suspension. and it just feels, you know, very lively, very fun to drive. I personally have a Fiesta ST, and the steering and just the responsiveness of the, you know, suspension of this is very reminiscent of that. It's got pretty good fuel economy, 29 highway, 25 combined. You know, for an SUV with all-wheel drive, it's pretty decent. You know, you're not going to be running to the pump every couple of days. And then to go with the Sport Tune suspension, you also get these fun little paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. So you can shift it down into sport mode, and then you can kind of control the gears also, give it the excitement and the fun that they're kind of, you know, going with the EcoSport name. The shifting is very responsive, the ride's very comfortable. So Ford's been doing this thing where they've been putting auto engine start-stop into all their vehicles, including the EcoSport. So that comes standard with it, and basically what that does is whenever you pull up to a red light, if conditions are right for the vehicle, it can actually turn the engine off to save you a little bit of fuel while you're just hanging out at the red light. And then as soon as you start to lift your foot off of the brake, the engine turns back on, and by the time you move your foot from brake to gas pedal, you're ready to go. So the EcoSport does have a lot of really nice convenient features. Obviously it's going to have Bluetooth, you know, connect your phone with, have hands-free calling. You're also going to have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay in this. So you just hook your phone up, and then it'll populate the screen with all of your apps. You'll be able to use your Siri or Google, I think it's Google Voice, all through the car without ever touching your phone. Also has voice-activated navigation, so all you do to access that, you have a little button here on your steering wheel. You push the button, and then it'll prompt you to say commands of whatever it is you want to do, whether it is put in a destination for the navigation, call a friend, you know, send a text message, anything like that. You can all do without, you know, taking your eyes off the road and without taking your hands off the wheel. So it gives you a lot more confidence when you're driving, eliminates a lot of the distraction that, you know, causes a lot of dangerous scenarios on the road. You know, they say, you know, talking on your phone or texting while you're driving is just as bad, if not worse, than drunk driving. So this kind of takes some of that distraction aspect out of it. You can maintain focus, drive, all while getting done what you need to get done. And then the model we're in also is going to have blind spot monitoring. So right now we have a truck coming on our left side. You'll notice that the left mirror glows orange, lets you know that there's someone in your blind spot. Sometimes that is kind of hard, especially if you're on the highway. It's not always the easiest thing to like look over your shoulder while you're traveling, you know, 60 miles an hour. So this gives you some more confidence in that. You can just look in your mirror like normal. So if you do have somebody in your blind spot and you go to use your turn signal to merge, the dot will actually flash in the mirror warning you that, you know, you really shouldn't turn because there's someone there. You also get the convenience of single zone climate control, so you can set the temperature to your exact, you know, preference, whether you want it 71 degrees or you want it, you know, 87 degrees. You can pick exactly the temperature. And right near that, you also have your heated seats for both driver and passenger. And there's also 3 intensities, so if you don't want it super hot, you can just have it kind of warm or somewhere in the middle too. A lot of customization options to, you know, let you be comfortable in the EcoSport. The seat itself that I'm sitting in is very comfortable. You sit very high up off the ground. You don't feel like you're in a huge SUV, but you also, you know, you do sit higher. You have a lot more ground clearance than a standard car. It's a reassuring feeling. You know, you're not gonna run your bumper into any parking stops or, you know, hit any potholes that are gonna bomb you out and cause any damage on there. You feel like you can take this off-road if you wanted to and be perfectly okay. And the seat's very comfortable. Like I said, you got a nice armrest over here to just kind of hang your elbow on when you're relaxing. And even the way the door is kind of designed, the armrest where your elbow goes is actually raised up from where the controls are for the windows and the mirrors and stuff. So it kind of, you know, it's even with the armrest in the center. You're not, you know, you're not feeling lopsided. Your left arm is really low, your right arm is really high. They're both balanced in height, and it's a very comfortable position to be sitting in. I wouldn't mind, you know, taking this for a long cruise. So you do get a nice backup camera with this guy. Throw it into reverse real quick. Backup camera comes up. You'll notice that it does move with the steering wheel, and you have a nice tow hitch guidance center line there. You can see him backing up. It'll show you where your vehicle is going to go with the steering wheel. And it also has, you know, nice safety guidelines there. You can also zoom in on the hitch if you're, you know, putting a little trailer to this. I think it can tow up to 2,000 pounds with this motor. I do want to also demonstrate the parking sensors in the back. So as you back up, once you start getting close to an object behind you, the backup sensors will start giving you audible and visual warnings here on the screen, letting you know that you're, you know, getting closer and closer to an object that, you know, might be hazardous to you and your vehicle. And, you know, the closer you get, the brighter or the louder it'll get. And eventually it'll just give you a full beep telling you, hey, stop, you know, you're way too close, it's not, you know, you can't go any farther. So that was our ride along in the 2018 Ford EcoSport. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. If you have any questions, please stop by Greensburg right off of Route 30 or visit us online at smailford.com.